Hello, everyone. Welcome to the February 5th edition of the planning meeting for the Contributor Summit at KubeCon EU in Paris. Just a reminder that this meeting abides by the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, which if you have not taken the time to read, I encourage everyone to go do so. Going to kick things off. I don't have any specific updates to share today. I think beyond what Brienne's going to have in her update, we had the shirt art voted on, and that was sent over to CNCF. Awesome job, Mario, on that design. And then I saw the proof that Brienne had sent, and it looks fantastic. I think it's going to be super great. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see what we have for space updates here too. Arno, do you have anything specific to share on like staff swag? I know you were communicating with the vendor on the berets.
I'm still dancing with the vendor about not really the design, but basically we close to a final design, and right now we're trying to figure out how the build gonna look like. So there were some back and forth last week about this. I really wish I could make progress on this, but it's not really up to me. So I will try to push so we can put the order in 2 weeks.
Okay. We also did have a request come in for a halal meal at the Contributor Summit. I wanted to make sure that we are able to accommodate that, which I think is going to be, Brienne, if you have any information on that. Yeah, let's make sure we get that squared away.
Yeah, so yes, we will be able to accommodate that. You'll see on the planning doc, there is let me just double check what it's called. Dietary requirements. Yeah, so there is a dietary requirements tab on our planning doc. I can go ahead and add this one in since it also came to me. But any come in that I'm not able to see, if you could just go in and add that information in there, that'd be perfect. That's what I'm going to go off of and share with our food and beverage contact to make sure that we accommodate all of these special requests.
Sounds good. All right, and I don't have anything else. So with that, Brienne, I will pass to you for all of your updates.
Awesome. All right. So first and foremost, I want to introduce everyone to Janelle. She is going to be kind of your point of contact moving forward in case I go out on maternity leave early. She will be joining in on all the meetings from here on out, and then she will be on site as well. So she has joined this call, and I wanted her to get a chance to meet everyone and say hi, and for everyone to get to know Janelle.
Thanks, Brienne. Hi, everyone. As Bree said, my name is Janelle Caudell. I work with Brienne on the CNCF event team. So I'm one of the event managers on the team. So excited to assist with all the KCS planning while Brienne is going to be out taking care of a new little one. Brienne's gotten me up to speed just on everything going on with the KCS planning. I've got access to all the docs that I need, et cetera. So I'm happy to kind of help take over once she's out. As far as on-site, like Brienne said, I will be on-site. We more than likely will have someone on the team dedicated to just like Brienne does for you all in the past. We'll have someone dedicated to KCS for the day and for the evening. So once we get a little closer, I'll update you on who that will be.
All right. Awesome. So yeah, meet Janelle. Yay. Okay, so space update. This is exciting for us. I know we were having a hard time figuring out where to put everybody for kind of a hallway track or meeting networking space. I was able to get access to room W04, which was the only one along the little hallway that we didn't have. The caveat is that we only have it until 3 p.m., but that gives us access to it for most of the day. We will place our all-day beverages in there, our AM and PM breaks in there. Probably the lunch buffet will be set up in there, and our swag tables can be set up in there, as well as some little cocktail tables or round tables to allow people a space to kind of have a quiet corner if they need to, or to network and have, one-on-one meetings. And then obviously our meal seating, our main meal seating for lunch will still be in W06, W07, but this makes a huge difference for, giving people space to kind of spread out. To keep our rooms private and only KCS only, we are going to get permission from the venue, hopefully, to do a little separate rope and stanchion hallway along all of those rooms. And then we will have temp staff or security guards will have designated little entrances along the rope and stanchion where they will be checking badges to make sure that they is a KCS person only. And if we run into an issue where somebody's name isn't on the badge, we will obviously still have a registration list to make sure that, they are supposed to be there. So this will help alleviate the issues we've run into at previous events where people are coming into the rooms that aren't supposed to be there, eating KCS food that's not supposed to be happening. So this should help take care of that issue at this venue. So I have updated that information in the planning doc. Again, it's on, I think, our agenda tab. So if anybody wanted to take a look at that, you can see that there. New registrations have been put in for approval or denial. So if somebody wants to take a look at those and make those updates, I will go ahead and go into CVent in the back end and approve whoever is approved so they can get their emails. Let's see, reception venue proposals are all due to me this week. So as they come in, I will continue adding them to our planning doc. I think it's the celebration tab. So we can take a look at those and then choose our final destination once we have all of those. Our AV and room layout requests have been ordered. What is in the planning doc on the agenda is what has been placed as the final order. And then the last thing that I do need, and it was pretty urgent. Sorry, dog is going nuts in the background if anybody can hear him. The SIG button list. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So the SIG button list that is on the planning doc, if I could just have that updated as soon as possible, those will need to be ordered this week. If I do not get updates, I will just stick with what we currently have. Anything new will be ordered, but we do have plenty, so that should.
I'll review that in the next 2 days and get it, make sure it's good.
Awesome, thank you. And that was everything that I had.
All right, let's move down to content. Fika, what do you have for us this week?
Hi there.
Oh, there we
yeah.
go. Go ahead, Nitish.
I'm the shadow for the content team, and we have general updates over the things that we have done so far. So the first update is that till now we have received 24 responses for the Kubernetes Contributor Summit CFP. And we have closed the CFP on Feb 4, which was the decided deadline. However, we would like to know if we would like to extend the deadline further. That's the first concern that we have. And although all the CFPs have been submitted, so we'll also be now trying to work on managing the schedule and get out the schedule as soon as possible. As far as I know, there has been a GitHub issue as well that was raised by FICA around unconference things, and seems like there has not been much updates over that issue. So we would just want to get some lights over that issue as well. And these are the general updates over the by the content team.
I think open to thoughts on this. I'm okay with extending the CFP deadline. We could certainly go to the end of this week. Do folks have any thoughts on that?
I think that sounds good.
I was going to say, historically, we haven't really turned any talks down, and 24 is a fine number considering we still have unconference slots to fill in there.
Yeah, if we already got 24 submissions, I would say go ahead and close it on time.
Yeah,
'Cause we're not-
24 is a lot.
24 is, Where 24 is more than we can accommodate. So
Yeah.
I don't unless you're looking at those and a bunch of them are really low quality. I don't know that we need more.
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say. Definitely do a pass and check quality first. They definitely yeah, and from there determine if CFP is gonna be closed or not.
If ChatGPT just submitted 9 of them, and
Arno, you've got a hand up.
Or if somebody submitted a SIG release face, or if 5 members of SIG release each submitted a SIG release face to face, then that actually means we have fewer than 24. So it's worth checking.
Arno?
Yeah, my question is, do we have a rejection process for Contributor Summit? Is it what's going to look like? Because I feel like we can start doing rejection before the end date. And if we feel like maybe a week before the end date, we are basically after the rejection, we need more CFP, we can now extend. Because I don't know how the rejection look like.
It's always been manual, and in my experience in the years I've been here, we've only rejected 1 or 2 talks, and that's because they were just completely inappropriate. Like, sorry, wrong conference.
Other thing, making sure to double check org membership of the people that have submitted talks, because that has happened before too, where honestly random people have submitted things and
But
they should not be.
We can sponsor non-org members, right?
We can. The issue that arise when they had a panel and basically brought in a bunch of people that, it wasn't a very valuable session. It was just accepted because there wasn't enough slots. And yeah.
Okay. I was talking to some folks that didn't have org membership that maybe wanted to submit, but if it's
like
passed, then
if they have a good talk, then it's fine. It's just like, you don't necessarily want a panel of 5 people coming in that aren't doing anything related to Kubernetes, and the talk itself the panel itself doesn't seem great.
Yeah, that's super fair.
I bet you that at least one of those 24 is somebody who saw it as just another colo, and they submitted a copy of their KubeCon main track talk to it.
We definitely don't want to end up in the circumstances we had last time around, where we accept somebody's talk and then they get denied on the registration because they're not in the org in the first place, and then we have to go manually unsort that.
You've got a hand up, and Arno?
Yeah, I don't want to speculate about the content of the CFP currently. I feel like we should start to reject now, if possible. If it's basically okay, before we basically say we're gonna extend the deadline. Like, I trust content team to basically handle that. We should start reject now and basically notify speakers that we reject them because it's not appropriate now. So by, I don't know, next week, we can review more and not have to extend the deadline. Also, I'm curious about how we handle a CFP with people where there's one org member and the other people are not org members. Like, how are we gonna do that?
In general, like, it's the same, talk to the speaker or whatever, but it's play it by ear. But yeah, I'm looking at some of these talks, and it's just like definitely several that were just like they literally copied and pasted their KubeCon submission, and another person that submitted was just like, I want to attend the summit.
Where are you seeing the submissions?
So there's the shared drive.
It just got linked. Got linked.
Oh, thanks.
There's also like let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 5 different copies of this.
Yeah, can I make a suggestion? We have a whole content team that can also kind of work through this. Let's ask the content team to like look through the submissions and let us know after that kind of pruning how many we've got left so we can make the decision if we need to extend the CFP or not.
Yep, I
Good
think that's a
idea.
good call.
Yeah.
Content, if you could go through and review those ASAP. If you need any support or help there, let us know. And then we'll make the call after. Thanks, Natalie, and thank you, content team.
Yeah, we'll start working on that and put the update on the summit staff. Should we extend the deadline after like pruning, like that Natalie said? So like after I come across like the best CFPs, and if we have less than a certain numbers, like how many CFPs do we have to accept? I don't have the exact.
Yeah, what is our maximum number we can accommodate?
I do have a like, well, we should find out the max number, but like, I'd say it's also play it by ear a bit. You know, something might work as an unconference. But also like if the CFP is extended, there like someone might actually submit like a really good talk or something. So
What I can also suggest, Vika, if you look at last year's schedule and then compare with the amount of talks and the amount of rooms that we have, that might be able to help as well get a number too.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. I would just take a reference from the previous year's schedule.
Yeah, and then with that one, you'll
All
also
right, cool.
know, you'll also know then with looking at the last year's schedule, how like from what time and how many slots we have for unconference sessions, so that you can already plan for how many that will be. Those are usually the best sessions that we can either replace with another talk or with a SIG meeting if we need to. So that's worthwhile also doing and planning out already what parts will be unconference.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, awesome.
If we filled, just to call out the number, if we filled the 3 primary track rooms up until lunch, that's 21 talk slots. And that doesn't even count the workshops, which are separate because they're like 90 minutes.
How many rooms do we have?
We have 3 primary rooms plus the workshop and meals room.
How do we have 7 slots before lunch?
Sorry,
Can we take that
back because a large chunk of
async?
it is going to be the early morning stuff.
Folks, can we take that sorry. Hi. Can we take that async so we can follow up with the agenda? Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of conversation about this and it's better to do that on Slack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natalie, you're up.
Wait, hold on. I have one more thing under, because if we're doing the call outs under content, right? I
Yes,
think that's
sir.
what we determined last time. So there was a thread and about like where the artifacts are going to live. And essentially, like I have like a Google sheet that I put together for how we can keep submissions for this, and basically name a SIG, who's going to deliver it, the description, a space for the relevant issues or docs, and then the timeline that people have for like the urgency priority of these projects, and then whoever like is the point of contact to help these folks with what they're doing. And I know there had been like a good first issues place to start, and I'm wondering if this resource could live next to it, if it needs to live next to it, or if like what we do with the artifact. Let me back up. Does that sound good to you all first? Where the SIGs submit ahead of time so that we have a script that they're kind of following so it doesn't get out of control. And then we make sure that they've collected all of the relevant docs and issues in one place.
Yes.
That sounds good. Okay, great. So then I will store that in a Google Sheet, and I will maybe post in this tech leads and chairs channel with like the call out for that to give them time to prep that before KubeCon. Oh, and I also have a column for what the relevant skills are that people need to be able to help out with it. And then from that can be the script that we use for folks. And then when content decides how much time we have for the SIG call out section, then that'll determine how long we can give people or how many we can call out live at the summit. Does that part sound? Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And then we can figure out where to live later. I just wanted to make sure that this was on the right track and how, as far as folks understand it, what we're looking for from the call out section.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll link the like draft sheet that I put together so people don't have to conceptualize it.
You can go ahead, Natalie.
Cool. Hi everyone. So we did the Slack blast with the comms team last week for CFPs, and also the content team themselves did a couple of their own blasts. So that was really great to rally a bunch of CFPs to be submitted. I also work with Chris Short because we just recently got, or the contributor comms team recently got access to LinkedIn. So we put out a LinkedIn post, which was great. I want to utilize the Kubernetes LinkedIn for future comms as well. Maybe as like a last registration reminder or something like this, so we can use that a little bit more as well. The next email that was recommended to be sent was an email reminder. I know I myself and Ray spoke about that. Thanks, Faika, for putting the request in the notes about adding in the unconference session. I've put that in as a reminder, and myself and Mario also chatted about putting out information about the volunteer sign up. I want to let you know Mario will need a link to a spreadsheet before I can send out that email, so it's linked in there. So getting that created and done in the next day or two would be great. But yeah, there will be another communication coming out this week for registration and possibly CFP if we choose to extend it. So that can all happen in the next couple of days. Also, big thanks to Mario, who's already opened up a PR to get me access to the posting bot, which has now been fixed. We can use that to blast out things like reminder for registration, et cetera, et cetera. So that's something that is all kind of in the works at the moment.
Sounds good. Kaylin, Mario, go ahead.
Yeah, regarding the pull request, as both comms leads are out for personal reasons this week, maybe someone else can have a look at the Slack bot pull request. I can link it in the summit channel.
Yeah, that'd be great, Mario. Thanks. If we don't get that access this week, it's okay. I can get my comms team to do another blast manually like they did last week. It's fine. But yeah, I plan to like write in all of my little notes for like updating the handbook of how to get access to the bot earlier, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, big thanks.
Looks like Bob can improve that.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Bob.
Just
And
ping me on the PR, ping me in Slack, and I'll take care of it.
Cool. Kaylin provided an async update. Things are on track for celebration. Mario, did you want to go ahead and do your update?
As we now can establish, as Arno already said it, and I can confirm Natalie must be a mind reader because I basically prepared the volunteer form so that we can send this out. I am drafting some text and then send it to Natalie so that she can basically blast it out and people can register. And I also pinged all of the volunteers that have raised their hand before. Arno, you have your hand up.
I made a comment about this because, in my personal opinion, we are not the right group for this because this is feel like we want to handle a request for a specific SIG. That's what I'm asking.
No. Day of Ops form. So people that want to volunteer for Day of Ops on site.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm confusing.
Different form.
Yeah.
We are in Ops still.
Cool. Anything else? Looks like we're good there. Ray provided an async update, so it looks like the last batch of registrations was reviewed today, and we're at a total of 100 right now. 86 approved, 5 not approved, and then the 14 staff. I don't have an update from Caslin this week. Do we have anyone else from the Meet the Contributors team that can provide an update here? If not, we'll do that one async. All right. And then we touched on SWAG this morning. Mario, did you want to speak to your last note here? Or Arno, you've got a hand up.
Yeah, begging all the leads to register for staff, because I think we want to have 30 berets so we get discounts. So check with your shadows and your volunteer to register. And that will help finalize the order in 2 weeks. Because currently, yeah, we have 14 registered, but I think we have more than that for the entire team. So basically, yeah, please reach out to your shadows.
Sounds good.
And the last topic basically came up. We did some work to run KubeCourse because they sponsored a license, and we did an analyzation of the jobs that are running on the on our Pro clusters and how much resources they request. And we found out that a lot of those jobs have improper requests for resources, and to be cost aware, this should be optimized. This is also a wish from CNCF, and it was discussed with steering and Bob in specific. And the idea would be that we have in the beginning of the contributor like 2 minutes where we basically say like, this is what we found. This is now how it looks like. Please, everyone, take a look at your requests. And another idea, and this is an idea, and it's not decided, was to have a directly like a 1 hour on-site hackathon where people can basically sit down and fix it right away. For this, Marco wanted to submit a PR, a CFP to our CFP, but he missed it because he was out in the end of last week. So yeah.
Okay, I'm personally fine with that coming in as a late CFP. I think it's a good idea. You know, kind of fits in with the doc sprint and things that are done. I think it's, you know, perfect for the format, and yeah, it's okay with me. Yeah.
I just want to let folks know I've got to drop, but FICA and content team, let me know if you want me to include the CFP extension in any of the communication. You can grab me on Slack anytime. Bye, everyone.
Anything else anyone would like to chat about? Right, I am going to end the recording.